Hey everybody, welcome to another Star Wars event. As always, I am Dan Tartaglia, also known as D Tartag 1. Welcome to this special event. So those who know what's going on right now is tonight we have a special presentation out of the Bespin League. So my teammates, AJ Hatoum as well as Garrett Larson, asked for me to come up with it to possibly stream their game, and they both decided to allow me to pick their decks for them. So I picked the dark side for AJ and the light side for Garrett. I picked two decks that are going to be very interactive, and we'll see how they go. So again, AJ is on the dark side, and Garrett is on light side. So again, I went ahead and I provided them both two decks. They both So again, they both for AJ, I went ahead and gave him a special deck. This one, like both of them are playing decks that are legitimate. They both have been played in actual events, and I do hope that they both have kind of fun with them. Like they're two decks that we see a lot of, and so we'll see what happens. So again, I am so right now the table is ready. I think AJ is currently getting some water. Once he joins, we'll go ahead and jump in there. And then we'll see who is going to win. Okay, so there we go. AJ is in there, so we went ahead and let's go ahead and get into the match. So this is going to be Revenge of the Sith, Darth Vader versus Skywalker Saga, Anakin Skywalker. I feel like this is going to be kind of thematic. I mean, they're both decks that work off of Anakin, the main character of Star Wars as it is. And they're both pretty decent decks. Like, I know that a lot of people have said that Vader, Revenge of the Sith is not that good of a deck, but I kind of wanted something that would have been interesting for both players. Again, AJ going with a full slew of Darth Vader effects. Garrett going with, Garrett starting the Anakin, Your Thoughts Dwell on Your Mother effect, as well as Best Star Pilot in the Galaxy and Walkling. AJ saying in the chat that he is glad that I gave them decks with shields. I actually did think about that for just like a split second, but I was like, you know what? I want to be kind of nice to them. Especially AJ. Like, I wanted AJ to have like a good chance. I did tweak the deck, so both of these are decks that have been played. I went with something a little bit more like what Chris Kelly, I played the Revenge of the Sith at Endor. I didn't like it, and I felt like the Vader's Obsession V that pulls the works was kind of bad. And I swore that I really did not want to play the works ever again because there was a game where I drew it for Destiny like 3 or 4 times. So AJ going to go ahead and pull play Sonic Bombardment, and that's going to allow him to get a location. He's going to pull the Cloud City Security Tower. Also pulls Secret Plans. Both players have their grabbers out. AJ using Vader's Machination to pull a Mustafar location or a lightsaber. And I know that the light side deck is a little bit a little bit stronger than the dark side deck, but at the same time, I did tweak it so the light side would be a little bit harder. Okay, there's Mustafar coming out for AJ. And it looks like AJ gets out his tentacle as well as, so he's got, AJ currently has the Mustafar system as well as the Cloud City security tower, both out. No, there are still Anakins in there, Wayne. I actually did think about taking out some Anakins, but no. The Anakins are in there. There's 2 Anakins for Garrett. There's 4 Vaders for AJ. So it's not like I didn't give them terrible decks, but like I said, these are decks that are playable. You could literally take these out to a tournament and play them. I don't know how good you would do, but I did take the Skywalker Saga. It is one that I know Joe Olsen and Haze Hunter and most of the Team 5 played it at the Supreme Southern Showdown, so it's kind of similar to that. And the Revenge of the Sith is pretty much what I played at Endor, and the deck was decent. I wouldn't say it was the best deck, but it does have a lot of potential, at least from what I have seen. Garrett goes ahead and plays I Don't Like Sand. He stacks an Anakin Skywalker Padawan Learner as well as Qui-Gon's lightsaber. AJ probably happy to see both those cards there. Pull Osmosis from Garrett's hand. Now, one of the big... I'm not actually... You know what? I'm not going to say any of the big changes or anything that I made to these decks. So, I think it's going to be interesting to see what these players do. As Garrett is just drawing up some cards. We know that AJ has... Okay, Garrett's going to play this. Now, this is pod racing. It's going to allow him to pull the Nightclub or the Skywalker Hut into hand. And he goes ahead and pulls the Nightclub as he already has the Skywalker Hut on the table. We're also going to give away some prizes tonight, as it is a Saturday night. And you know what? I'm going to bribe some people. And there's the Blockade Flagship Bridge, as well as the Mustafar private platform, Kendall Hallman's favorite location in the game, or at least his favorite docking bay. So both characters getting out most of their activation after turn 2, as we see AJ go ahead and try to deploy another Mustafar location or lightsaber. He misses, so he does get a free shuffle and a peek at his deck. However, he does miss on the pull, as we see him go attempt to pull a Darth Vader with the Mustafar Vader's Castle. Now, I did think about putting Darth Vader, Betrayer of the Jedi, into AJ's deck, and then I thought, no, that would be really bad, as he only has immunity to attrition less than 5. I do want people to start playing that one, though. I think it's still a really good Vader. As we see AJ pull the 2-player Premier Vader V into his onto the table. And there is Darth Vader's lightsaber V going on to him. Do you expect to see Vader move possibly to the Cloud City Chasm Walkway? And Vader does move. And AJ is going to draw some cards. So this Vader allows him, he's immune to attrition less than 6, immune to attrition less than 8 if against a Jedi. The opponent's non-Jedi characters are power and forfeit -1. It also allows him to, if he's alone, he's able to pull 3 different cards: Physical Choke, Vader's Anger, and Lightsaber Parry. He does have to be alone, and I believe it has to be a defensive battle, but pretty good Vader. Although I do wish he was white bordered on Gimp. That's just a little bit of a pet peeve for me. See what AJ is going to do, let's see what Garrett's going to do here, as AJ is threatening a drain of 2. Garrett's going to check out his deck as well, give AJ a free verify. And let's see. We're going to give out some Gimp AI packs tonight. I feel like giving away a lot of them. So the first one that we do is going to be to the first player in the chat who can tell me all 4 of the 4 number 1 seeds in this year's Gimp PC. I need all number 1 seeds, so it's player number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. First person to do that will win a Gimp AI pack. And we see Garrett go ahead and get the Millennium Falcon V with Solo on it, going down to Pulis Masas. And Chewie coming down from hand as well. And we see Garrett plays his battle plan. I think AJ's not going to be too sorry for draining, as he is draining for 2 there. Wayne Cullen, you win a pack. Congratulations. Thank you for participating. AJ activates his 13. As we see Garrett put a card back with 3PO to get a card off the top. AJ is going to pay to drain for 3 with Darth Vader. And we see Garrett throwing away his Coruscant Nightclub and Ahsoka Tano with lightsabers off the top of his reserve deck. You would think that Garrett would want to try and keep his Nightclub, but no, he's happy with just throwing it away. As we go into AJ's deploy phase at this point. AJ thinking about what he wants to do here. I'm not sure if AJ is really familiar with this Revenge of the Sith deck. But definitely wanted to give him something that was a little bit more interactive between the two. Notice Garrett is playing with the Millennium Falcon that allows you to pull Chewie or Han onto it. That was one of the small changes that I made in the deck. I added those 3 cards, as you don't see a lot of that. You don't see this Falcon in particular a lot, so I feel like, at least from what I feel, I want to see more of it. And I'd like to see it with a new image, even though the original Falcon image is really good. Okay, so AJ not going to deploy anything. He's just going to take his turn. He drains for 2, and now it looks like he is going to draw some cards. AJ on a little bit on the defensive. He knows that Garrett only has 1 card in his force pile, so he cannot pull the thrown back shield and make him put some card back. So AJ's drawing a few cards here, and he's stopping at 16. Okay. Now we're into Garrett's turn, and here we go. Anakin Skywalker, Jedi Knight, going down to the Cloud City Chasm Walkway. Darth Vader against Anakin Skywalker, exactly what I wanted to see. Let's see if Garrett has Anakin's lightsaber, as it is in his deck. And it does go on to Anakin. And he's going to reveal a card with Take a Seat, Young Skywalker to get the Jedi Council Chamber out of his deck. And he reveals Leia's Resistant Transport. As the Take a Seat, Young Skywalker goes back into Garrett's use pile. Garrett with 5 force left. And we do have a battle. Anakin Skywalker, Jedi Knight versus Vader at the Chasm Walkway. Garrett will pay 1 to retrieve 1 with the Skywalker Saga Epic event. He does get back as Ahsoka Tano with lightsaber. Anakin swings away, and AJ has the force field. Garrett grabs the force field. Notice that AJ did not pull a card with Vader. I don't know if he forgot or what, but here we go. Vader is going to swing his lightsaber at Anakin, drawing a 5 for his first destiny. And a 3. That should not hit Anakin. AJ so close, yet so far away. Garrett's going to lose 2 force, so that way he can draw an extra battle destiny. He loses a Jedi Resilience and Ahsoka Tano, both off the top of his use pile. Garrett getting 2 destiny. AJ only 1. He can throw his lightsaber to add a destiny to attrition, though. Garrett just hoping to get rid of Vader. And AJ is going to force push out of the battle. Huge turn of events. He does make Garrett sack 2 cards, so that way with Anakin Skywalker, however, force field is grabbed. AJ surviving to live another day. As we know that Garrett loves force push, but right now I don't know if he loves having it played against him. As we go into AJ's turn, let's go ahead and do another trivia question. The first person in the chat who can name me 3 Jedi Council members who are not Kenobi, Anakin, Mace Windu, or Yoda will win a GIMP AI pack. As we see, AJ has Sniper and Darkstrike. He swings his lightsaber at Anakin. He draws Vader for Destiny. And he draws Calm Scan. That's not going to hit Anakin. Yaddle, Pol Koon, and Kiadamundi. Yes, Jewel Skywalker, you win. Please let me know what your GIMP name is, and I'll make sure that you get your GIMP AI pack. I didn't know they don't have to be masters. I just asked for 3 Jedi Council members who are not Anakin, Kenobi, Yoda, or Mace Windu, as all 4 of those seem really simple. Okay, so right now we have Wayne Cullen and Jay Skywalker getting a GIMP AI pack. As we see, AJ goes ahead and plays No Escape, so that way he can take his Sniper Dark Strike back into hand. AJ takes a card, looks for a card in his deck. He does not hit a lightsaber or a Mustafar location. And it sounds like, yeah, Garrett's saying that those are not hitting Anakin Destiny. You are, I mean, we don't know that. I don't know if AJ cares about hitting Anakin. I mean, he might just want to get rid of Anakin at this point by drawing some Destiny to Attrition. He might. I don't know. As we see AJ say in the chat as well, yeah, a little unfortunate there. That does happen, AJ. That does happen. And just again, so the chat is knows I'm not biased. Again, both these players are on the Killer Bees, so I'm rooting for both of them. And in all honesty, I just want to see a nice, clean game. Again, I provided these decks to both players, so we know I could have given them my kind of scum and agents in the court. I think that would have been kind of fun. I also thought about lightsaber combat, going old school, Senate for both sides. I really thought about something weird like speeders and walkers, but I know speeders always beats walkers for some silly reason. And we have our first persona switch of the game as AJ loses Vader and replaces him with Lord Vader. Yeah, Senate on both sides is just the worst. And Garrett responds saying, those are better now. Yes, Garrett, that's why I put 2 Lord Vaders into the deck. Garrett, but I killed a Vader without losing a guy. I like that. Yes, Garrett, you did kill a Vader. But we know that AJ does have a Vader still in his hand. AJ dropping Mara Jade with lightsaber as backup for Lord Vader. You know that one of AJ's force fields are currently on Garrett's grabber. And we have another battle at the Chasm Walkway. Lord Vader and Mara Jade with lightsaber fighting down Anakin Skywalker, Jedi Knight. Lord Vader takes a swing at Anakin, draws a 5 for the first Destiny. And a 5 for the second one. That's going to hit our Jedi Knight. And Garrett is going to have to lose a card to I Am Your Father. As he loses Blaster Deflection off the top of his deck. A card Garrett would have loved to have been able to 3PO to. I have a funny feeling that if Garrett loses, he's going to blame me, and I will never hear the end of it. Anakin swings his lightsaber at Mara Jade with lightsaber, draws a 4 for the first Destiny. He just needs a 2 to hit her, and he draws a 1. That's not going to hit Mara Jade. AJ saying that was unlucky. Yeah, that was some unluckiness for our good buddy Garrett Larson. And Anakin is going to lose 2 force to add a Battle Destiny here. He'll lose General Kenobi and Hujix. He loses the Hujix. Not necessarily the best card to lose. AJ currently up by 4 in power as he draws a 3 for his Battle Destiny, bringing his total up to 14. Garrett getting 2 Battle Destiny here. Let's see what he draws. Draws a 4, brings his total up to 11. And a 4. I believe that's going to make it so that Darth Vader actually has to go to the lost pile. And Garrett coming back and actually winning the fight. So Vader is going to go to the lost pile. And we know that AJ has already used his no escape, and there goes an Anakin as well. AJ with 2 Darth Vaders in the lost pile. Garrett with 1 Anakin Skywalker Jedi Knight and Anakin Skywalker Padawan learner on his I Don't Like Sand. And here we go. Jedi's Resilience from Garrett. That's going to bring back Anakin to his hand. And just for some information, yes, AJ does have a Gick somewhere in the deck. And AJ is going to draw some cards and pass turn over to Garrett. And because AJ lost Darth Vader first, Revenge of the Sith did not trigger, and Garrett did not have to lose a force. As we do go into Garrett's next turn. Garrett with 8 cards in hand. We know that one of them is Anakin Skywalker Jedi Knight. And he's going to pop Walkling here to take an effect in the hand. I don't think there's a Disarmed in the deck, but I could be wrong. Nope, Garrett's going to take his Unita, which is going to allow him to get Anakin's lightsaber back into his hand. As Garrett's going to 3PO a card back into his use pile and draw the top card of his deck. As we still are in Garrett's activate phase. And in the meantime, let's go back to giving some trivia question. The first person in the chat who can name me who designed the card Walkling will win a GIMP AI booster pack. Again, first person in the chat who can tell me who designed Walkling will win a GIMP AI booster pack. As we see Anakin going back down to the Chasm Walkway. And Garrett's going to lose a card. Nick H., you are correct. Please tell me what your GIMP name is, and I'll make sure you get a pack. And we have another battle. Anakin versus Mara Jade. Anakin retrieves a force. And he'll retrieve Lando Calrissian Scoundrel. Anakin swings his lightsaber. Draws a 4 for his first destiny. And a 6 for his second destiny. That's going to hit Mara Jade. However, AJ has the Lana Dobrit and Sacrifice combo in his hand. And that's going to allow him to retain Mara Jade's with lightsaber's forfeit value. Mara Jade swings her lightsaber at Anakin. And Garrett's going to use Solo to cancel the target with a blaster deflection. AJ's going to grab the deflection. Now he's going to take a card off of I Don't Like Sand. And he'll take Anakin Skywalker, Padawan Learner, into hand. Both players only going to be drawing one battle destiny here. As Garrett draws a 4, bringing his power up to 11. Funny enough, AJ currently... As AJ draws a 5, unfortunately, that is not going to break Anakin's immunity. However, AJ is only going to be down 2 force, and Mara does have her forfeit value, so AJ is not going to take any more damage after that. Garrett, with only 8 cards in hand, moves into his draw phase, and most likely going to draw some cards here. As he draws a card, AJ cycling his Sonic Bombardment. It's going to allow him to either get the Downtown Plaza or a prison into hand. He does not hit on either of those, as Garrett gets a free verify, but AJ does put a 4 back into his deck. AJ activates his 13 force. He's got 28 in life force. Garrett with 26. So it is still anybody's game. Both players have 5 cards in their loss pile at this point. As we see our third of Vader hitting the table. Again, this is Vader V. AJ is going to lose a force with I Am Your Father, so he can deploy Vader's lightsaber from his loss pile onto Vader. He loses Rise of the Sith from his hand to the I Am Your Father, so now Darth Vader has his lightsaber. AJ checking out the Destiny in his reserve deck here. As we have a few players watching in on Gemp. They don't get any free Gemp AI packs, but everybody else will who participates tonight will as well. So far, 3 people have won. As we see Dr. Evzan and Ponda Baba joins Darth Vader at the Chasm Walkway. Vader is going to swing his lightsaber at Anakin, adding 3 to the total weapon destiny with Sniper Dark Strike. Draws a 5 for his first destiny. As long as AJ does not draw a 0 here, he should be able to hit Anakin. And he'll draw 4. That would have hit Anakin without the Sniper Dark Strike. And with Dr. Evzan and Ponda Baba, there goes... No! Garrett has the Odin Nestler at first aid to cancel. So now Anakin is immune to attrition. Anakin is immune to Dr. E and Ponda Baba. He does still have to lose a force here. As we have Lodge Pog enter into the chat. Large Porg is very familiar with this let my commentator pick my decks, as he allowed him and I both allowed Garrett Larson to pull to pick our decks for the Gem PC. As we see Anakin takes a swing at Dr. Evzan and Ponda Baba, drawing a 4 and a 4. That is going to hit the evil doctor and his one-armed assistant. Don't worry, Tommy. We have plenty of Gemp AI booster packs to give out tonight. As action does move back over to AJ. Garrett is going to lose 2 to add another Destiny with Anakin Skywalker, Jedi Knight. He'll lose Speak with the Jedi Council and Menace Fades. AJ is saying surely Vader will survive. I don't know. He does have immune to attrition of less than 8 here. AJ draws a 4 for his battle destiny, bringing his total up to 13. Garrett draws a 5 for his first destiny. AJ crossing his fingers here, hoping and praying that Garrett does not draw high enough, and he does. Vader will have to go to the loss pile. Dr. Evzan and Ponda Baba go to the loss pile. Anakin Skywalker and Jedi Knight will also hit the loss pile here. And this time, Garrett will have to lose a card. As we see Revenge of the Sith trigger, forcing Garrett into losing another card. And he'll lose Padme to Barry, as Darth Vader will also have to go to the loss pile. However, AJ plays Imbalance and Catan Strider, so that way he can get a card back from his loss pile. He is adding... No, he is getting back Dr. E and Ponda Baba, as Darth Vader does go to the loss pile, as well as Darth Vader's lightsaber. So now the Cloud City Chasm Walkway is cleared, and we will continue on with Garrett's turn after AJ draws a few cards. Garrett getting 14 force, activating 14. He'll put a card back with 3PO with his part showing. And it looks like he's going to retrieve a card with Walkling. So he does place Walkling out of play to retrieve Padme. Both players now getting 13 force during their activate phase. And Garrett's going to spend 3 of that, so that way he can drain up in space for 1, making AJ lose a We Must Accelerate Our Plans. And there's the Unita going down to the Chasm Walkway, and Garrett is going to get Anakin Skywalker, Jedi Knight, back into his hand. The first player in the chat who names the most recent Holo Theater Guest of the Year will win a GIMP AI booster pack. You can use his as Large Porg is the first one to get it. So congrats, Tommy. You're going to get yourself another GIMP AI booster pack. AJ saying rude as Garrett went ahead and put the Sniper Dark Strike out of play with Unita. Garrett does not drop Anakin. However, he does draw some cards, bringing himself up to 12 cards in his hand. AJ also has 12 cards in his hand as well. As we move into AJ's turn, he does activate 13. Garrett puts a card back with 3PO with his parts showing. And we have Lord Vader coming down to the Chasm Walkway for 6 force. AJ putting a card into his lost pile with I Am Your Father so he can deploy Darth Vader's Lightsaber V onto Darth Vader from the lost pile. As he'll lose P-59 off the top of the reserve deck. Vader coming back to the Chasm Walkway. I do believe, unfortunately, that this might be AJ's last Darth Vader. Dr. Avazan and Ponda Baba come back down onto the Chasm Walkway. Garrett plays Aim High. I wonder why. And AJ's going to draw some cards. Notice both players have grabbed the Force Field and Blast Reflection played by both of their opponents. Both players have 9 Force in their lost pile. And right now, AJ with 13 cards in his hand, a life force of 20. Garrett, 12 cards in hand with a life force of 21. Hey, how about that? Both players with the exact life force in hand. Both of them. This game is kind of fun, actually. If you like lightsabers being swung at at 2 people, this is the game for you, everybody. Chris Kelly, not watching out in New York, but is smiling right now. As we have Anakin Skywalker and Jedi Knight coming down to the Chasm Walkway again for the 3rd time. Garrett has played him once. He goes lost, gets him back with a generous resilience. He goes lost again, and he gets back with Unita. Anakin's lightsaber coming back as well from the lost pile, as Garrett did lose BB-8 from his hand to Your Thoughts Dwell on Your Mother. Garrett doing so much work with Anakin Skywalker Jedi Knight here. Now, both players do have... I did allow both players to get 2 blaster deflections and 2 force fields. So, and we have a lightsaber parry from AJ. That's going to make it so neither player can draw or can swing a lightsaber. The card does go to the use pile. However, Garrett can simply lose 2 force to add a battle destiny. As Garrett does retrieve 1 with the Skywalker Saga epic event, retrieving that BB-8. And yes, Garrett will lose 2 force, so he does add another battle destiny. He loses now This Is Pod Racing and quite a mercenary from his force pile. AJ will throw the lightsaber at Anakin, adding a destiny to attrition. Garrett draws a 1. He can cancel and redraw that, and he will, getting Anakin back into his hand. Draws a 5. As long as he draws high enough, this means that Vader could go back into the lost pile. And Garrett does draw a 5. That's going to make AJ lose Lord Vader and Dr. Evazan and Ponda Baba. AJ draws a 4 for his battle destiny. As long as his destiny to attrition is greater than a 2, Anakin will also have to go to the lost pile. He draws a 1. Anakin survives. Both players commenting on the 1 card. As Dr. Evazan and both Dr. Evazan and Lord Vader go to the lost pile. Anakin Skywalker Jedi Knight stands alone on the Cloud City Chasm walkway, looking down at his future self, mocking. AJ say he might have a backup plan here. I don't know, AJ. What could your backup plan be? As you have lost 4 Vaders in this game. As we see AJ take over his turn now. He's got 21 in his life force to Garrett's 18. Garrett currently threatening 4 points of damage on his next turn with a drain of 3 at the Chasm Walkway and a drain of 1 at Polis Mossus. Sith Fury for Vader number 5. A little bit of Sith Lord in my life. A little bit of Vader by my side. Oh my gosh, Garrett, you're showing your age. Thinking, you know what? Here we go. First person in the chat who can name me the designer of the Mustafar private platform, which is also Vader's docking bay, will win a GIMP AI booster pack. First person in the chat who can tell me who designed it. Nick, you and Large Porg will each win a GIMP AI booster pack. Because you both worked as a team to get that answer. As we are in AJ's control phase. And here we go. Lord Sidious with his lightsaber going down in front of Anakin. As we have AJ's with Lord Sidious and his lightsaber currently staring down Anakin Skywalker, Jedi Knight. Now this is just like the movies, people. AJ's thinking about what he wants to do here. He still has nine force left as he deploys Dr. Evazan and Ponda Baba. And we have another fight at the chasm walkway. It's never ending, people. Lord Sidious swings his lightsaber at Anakin, draws a 3 for the first destiny. He needs a 6 or higher here. And he'll draw a 4. That's not going to hit Anakin. Anakin taking a swing at his Jedi Master, or his Dark Jedi Master, plays the force field as Garrett will grab it. Garrett taking his last card off of the I Don't Like Sand effect. As we see him take Qui-Gon Jinn's lightsaber, or Qui-Gon's lightsaber in hand, and he'll put a card back with a 3PO. And AJ will draw a 1 for Battle Destiny. Oh no! Those 1s are crushing AJ at this point. Garrett draws a 1! You gotta love it, people. You could not make this story up. AJ has to lose Dr. Evazan and Ponda Baba. Garrett has to lose a force. Double 1. Yes, the 1s have been crushing AJ left and right. Garrett's going to use Jedi Levitation to get a character from his lost pile back into his hand. And AJ plays Sense! Drawing a 1! He draws the Gick for the Sense! The Jedi Levitation goes to the lost pile. Sense goes to the used pile. And we have a Rude from Garrett. As we are still in AJ's draw phase. AJ saying that I don't know who he was going to grab from his lost pile, but If they were important enough, that was a good sense. As Garrett's going to start cycling. Now this is pod racing. I don't know if it would do that because that card can be useful with Weapon Destiny, Garrett. Unless he's got multiples of them in his hand. See, AJ recirculate, passing turn over to Garrett. Garrett, again, activating 13. He's going to be able to drain for free this turn, and this is the first drain for free right here. Yes, we have seen a total of 2 force drains this game so far. Both players had to pay 3. As we saw AJ drain at the Chasm Walkway and Garrett draining at Polis Mosses. Garrett playing the do or do not shield as he puts a card back with 3PO. Before we go into Garrett's deploy phase, let's go ahead and do another trivia question. First person in the chat to name me 3 advocates for the Star Wars CCG PC wins a GIMP AI booster pack. As Large Pog. No, I don't know who Chris' schedule is. Z, you win. Large Porg, you failed. Zeke, what is your GIMP name? As we have Anakin taking a swing at Lord Sidious after he drains. AJ loses always 2 there are to the drain. I don't like that. As Garrett drew a 1 and 3 for Weapon Destiny there. And Ray coming down as well. Lando Calrissian Scoundrel joins the fun. I wonder if Garrett knows what Lord Sidious does. As we're probably going to see Lando be excluded here soon. Garrett drawing a card with Ray. And Garrett's going to initiate a fight at the Cloud City Walkway. Lord Sidious excluding Lando Calrissian Scoundrel from the fight. With Lord Sidious alone, Lando gets out of the way. Garrett's going to retrieve 1 with the Force is Strong in My Family. He'll retrieve the Sorry About the Mess and Blaster Proficiency. Garrett adding a Destiny with Anakin Skywalker Jedi Knight, losing 2 Force. He'll lose Padme Naberry and a Luke with lightsaber from his hand. Anakin adding a Destiny. Lord Sidious is going to attempt to grab always 2 there are. However, no, he's going to take Nuke Gunray. He does hit on the Nuke Gunray, but we already saw AJ lose always 2 there are. Lord Sidious taking a swing at Anakin. Draws a 5. He needs a 4 or higher here. Anakin is defense value 8. He draws a 3. Anakin cannot be hit. Anakin ducking and weaving and avoiding all these lightsabers. Garrett draws a 4 for his Battle Destiny. His first one. He's going to get another one here. And he draws a 1. Again, he can cancel and redraw that with Your Thoughts Dwell on Your Mother. He does do that. He'll draw a 6, bringing his total battle destiny up to 11. He's got 22 in power. AJ down by 17. Draws a 4, bringing his power up to 9. 9. And AJ down by 13. He can lose Lord Sidious here. Or he can peel 13 cards. He will lose Lord Sidious. And he's got 5 more force to lose. As it looks like he does not have the Gick. There goes Cloud Sidious Downtown Plaza from his hand. Vader's Anger from his hand. I Have You Now from his hand. AJ with 4 cards left in his hand. AJ still having to lose 2 cards here. He'll lose Lord Sidious off the top of his reserve deck and a lightsaber parry. That might have been the turn that breaks it for AJ. As we go into Garrett's draw phase, is he going to pay the 1 to keep Lando there? He will, and he'll pass turn over to AJ. AJ with 4 cards in his hand. Garrett with 8. AJ activates here. AJ activating his 13. He is into his deploy phase. And there's Aura Saint with Blaster Rifle coming down to the Chasm Walkway. Kylo Ren with Lightsaber as well. Garrett getting 2 Destiny currently. AJ only getting 1. However, he's got 2 weapons. AJ will initiate. Lando will not retrieve a force as Garrett does not have the ability to pay to retrieve here. R. Singh is going to take a shot at Anakin. Drawing a 4. Now, AJ needs a 4 or higher here. He hits a 4, and that's going to make Anakin hit and forfeit 0. AJ almost thinking to himself, man, can I finally get rid of Luke or Anakin here? Anakin will add a Destiny. As there goes an Escape Pod and Yoda Master of the Force off of Garrett's reserve deck. Kylo takes a swing at Lando. Draws a 4. That's going to hit the Lando Calrissian and cause a point of damage. And a 3. Garrett currently getting 3 Battle Destiny. However, he's going to lose the sight here. Garrett having to lose a card. He's going to lose Anakin Skywalker, Padawan Learner from his hand. Anakin takes a swing at Kylo with Lightsaber. Draws a 5. As long as he does not draw a 0 here, he's going to hit Kylo. As he draws a 4. Kylo is going to be forfeit 0 as he is sliced and diced by Anakin. No, Kylo will not be forfeit 0 as AJ has the Lana Dobreed combo. Kylo will still retain his forfeit value. However, he will not be able to be used to satisfy attrition. However, no, Garrett has the Sorry About the Mess and Blaster Proficiency going to make Kylo lost. Garrett, please, happy with himself after that one. Patting himself on the back, saying he tracked it around like a boss. And this is not good for AJ, everyone. AJ drawing a 5 for his Battle Destiny. However, he's currently down by 4 in power, with Garrett drawing 3 Battle Destiny here. Draws a 4 for the first one. Pi times 2 for the second one. That is 6.28319, number. And a 4 for the second one. Or I'm sorry, the third one, bringing his total up to 14.28319. AJ having to lose essentially 14 in, and AJ will concede over to Garrett. Garrett winning this battle of Anakin versus Vader. So before we go, one last question to give out, one last GIMP AI booster pack. Whoever names 2 cards designed by yours truly will win the last GIMP AI booster pack. And Zeke, that's 1. I need 1 more. Can somebody steal this from Zeke? Who can name one last one? Before we go. And I think we're going to end it right there, everybody. So that's all I have for tonight. Everybody, thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure to do this. I had fun. I don't know if our players did, but I definitely had fun. Also, tomorrow morning, it looks like we're going to have Game 1 of Connor Britton versus Jason Rendell. So look for another one. We'll definitely hit that up. And until then, everybody take care, enjoy yourselves, and as always, may the force be with you. Good night, everybody.